I would love for you, as the founder and CEO of Superside, to explain what it is and what makes you different.
Totally. So we're kind of Amazon Prime for creative services. It's a sort of subscription that you buy and you get access to any capability under the sun with zero friction, and you just pay by the hour, whatever it costs. It deducts from your subscription. You can buy everything from presentation design and ad design up to sophisticated video production and brand and marketing strategy. And so really whatever you need, and it's the most flexible and easiest way to increase the speed of your design and creative teams, and to increase the creative performance. So yeah, we're really excited about that. It's something we think every single company in the world should get.
And where did the idea come from?
So I worked in e-commerce at the time, and originally in Indonesia. Actually, I was part of building an e-commerce company in Indonesia, and remember working with a lot of just really talented people there, and thought, it should be a magical teleport to make sure that these guys can participate in the global labor market, because if they could, they would make 10 times as much. And so Superside in its inception was really around that, and I've my whole career been primarily working in marketing, and for me it's kind of just become more and more obvious that creative is such a huge differentiator when it comes to marketing, and it's becoming ever more important as the algorithms and so on are taking kind of charge of the media buying, and you see more and more products just purely driven by amazing creative. I saw you were drinking a box of liquid death, which is just an exceptional story of how creative is able to drive
Oh, it's
not only
unbelievable.
marketing, but
Yeah.
just overall kind of company performance, and create almost like a new category just purely based on amazing creative, right? So that kind of shows the power of creative, and yeah, it's just a really exciting intersection between lots of different fields.
That's awesome. And I feel like what I saw, and tell me if this is right, is you got started with like a more broad set of requests that you could go to Superside for, and then you focused in on design. And can you tell us about how you made that decision, if that's the case?
Yeah, totally. That's the case. I'm not sure if you've been browsing around on archive.org and checked out my
We have our
terrible
sources,
website
yeah.
from 2015 or something. So I mean, I'm a very kind of easy guy in some ways, and so starting up the company, we just made a website and said all these things that we could do, and we put the chat widget from some chat company in the middle and said, yeah, just tell us what you want. These are all the things that we can do, and we had nothing.
Yeah.
Um, and some startups are, you spend years trying to like figure out the concept and da 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 and do R&D and stuff, and we were just, let's just put it up. And then nothing happened for like a while, but all of a sudden some like random people just starting submitting tasks on the chat thing, and we were like, let's try to do those tasks, and went to Upwork and Fiverr to find people to help us, or just did the tasks ourselves, and it was everything, data entry or research or design, anything and everything, and we didn't have any kind of credit card system or invoicing or anything. And so after we had completed the task, we would just sort of send a message back and be like, if you could pay us this amount, that would be amazing. And maybe half the people paid. The other half was probably just
Wow.
scammers or unhappy. So that was kind of the start. And then just, built on that to where we are today through lots of bad decisions and some good decisions and lots of learnings along the way.